Foodie and Peetz recently made a dish that featured beef, onions, and peppers. It turned out pretty tough, and Foodie sent out an SOS for tips on how to keep the meat from getting chewy. Let's take a look at how they made it, and then I'll show you what I would have done differently.
Is it chewy?
Very chewy.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think I should cook the meat more?
Nah.
If you guys have any suggestions on how to make the meat more tender, I guess, when making fajitas.
I don't even know where to find the grain, so whatever.
You don't know where to find the grain?
I think I'm cutting against it.
Yeah, the grain just means lines in the meat. You know how muscle tissue has lines in it?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. You see the lines are going not enough. You know what I mean? So now, see the lines are? They're going this way. They're going this way. Yes. That's it. Good job. Okay, so now, so you know how it's going to be. I'll see the rest of the rest.
This is my second.
Yeah, your time's not.
I'll let it.
You love beef, eh?
Yep.
A little bit of olive oil, about a teaspoon, or a tablespoon, I should say. Some white vinegar. Do you know what the white vinegar does to the meat?
Tenderizes it, I think.
Yes, it does. Even though it's going to be tender because it's, you know. And then we're going to add some Taco Tuesday, which is onions, garlic, sea salts, all of these other nice things here. Okay. And we're just going to put that like that. All I got is this non-stick here. We're going to get some olive oil. And we're gonna put that on like 6. You want it on medium high because you don't want it to be, you don't want the vegetables to release a lot of liquid and everything. So we're gonna actually sear it, I think. And we're gonna cook it on higher heat. Oh my god. I'm overcrowding the pan, so this is not a good idea. But I don't have a choice here. So you're going to be responsible for cooking this. So we're going to let it cook on the bottoms for a bit and then stir it around, okay?
Yep. Just listen to that sizzle. Smoke rising up, the steam rising up.
Yeah.
No more wonderful sizzle sounds.
Now everything is releasing their fluids. Yeah. Oh well, we're going to let it cook down and we'll be back, right?
Yep. Adding some salt.
And a bit more flavor to the flavor profile. Just seasoning salt, basically, taco flavor.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna turn the heat up on that to sear it a bit and get it nice and brown.
Yep.
So here's the right side.
It's ready.
Pretty much. Gotta say. Very hot. Careful. Go. Is it chewy?
Very chewy.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think I should cook the meat more?
Nah.
But it's good?
Yeah.
So it's just chewy, but it tastes good.
Yep.
Maybe just take smaller bites of the beef then.
That's what I was trying to do.
No, like just bite it in half and... You know what I mean? Do you want me to cut it?
Nah.
Okay. You want me to cut your meat? All right, so that was good then, I guess.
Yep.
If you guys have any suggestions on how to make the meat more tender, I guess, when making fajitas. And that's it. See ya.
Bye.
I'm starting off with the same sliced onions and peppers from my vegetables. I'm using about 1/3 of a Vidalia onion and 4 small snacking peppers, 3 red and 1 yellow. As for the beef, I went with a sirloin steak. It wasn't that thick, but it was big enough for both me and Mr. Catvoice. The rub is a mixture of salt, garlic powder, cumin, and black pepper. Make sure you pat it on both sides. Don't skimp on the meat, Chantal. It's just not worth it. When you start off with a better cut of steak, the end product is infinitely better. I have my cast iron skillet over medium-high heat and about a tablespoon of vegetable oil. I spread it around with a garlic clove before adding the steak. For medium rare, at this thickness, I cooked it for 3 minutes on each side. Don't move it around once it's in the pan. Once it's cooked, we'll slice it and add it back to the pan, bringing it up to medium. After 6 minutes, remove the steaks from the heat and let them rest while you work on the vegetables. You don't need to add any extra oil, just plop them on in there. Add the rest of the rub from the steaks on top of the veggies. Taste them and the steak to see if you need any more kosher salt, pepper, or any of the other spices. When the veggies are just about done, slice the meat up and add it back to the skillet. It's not going to be in there for long. You just want it to heat up a little bit and mix well with the onions and peppers. This only takes about 15 to 30 seconds. When you start with good ingredients, you want to keep it simple and not do too much to them. From when it hits the skillet, this dish should be on the table in less than 10 minutes. Cooking this quickly on high heat is the way to go. Even if you don't have a cast iron skillet, you can still make this work. Start out with a good cut of meat and experiment with your own spice rub. Whatever you do, don't overcrowd your pan. So to summarize, get a better cut of beef, cook it in a bigger pan at a higher heat for less time. Oh, and get some good knives and cutting boards. Hope this helps.